Fuck. I'm like having no luck with technology at the moment. Hold on, I'm still waiting for it to load. Karine is not at Paul's house, I can tell you that much. Alright, so here's just the article that Soap Dirt wrote. There was an ex-girlfriend from years back. I met Paul Staehle on Plenty of Fish, and back in 2010, I graduated high school. I just turned 18. I moved to Lexington. I ended up making a Plenty of Fish profile. Was not really looking for a relationship. More blah, 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 blah. That's not really relevant. I was young and naive and wanted to explore, she admitted. And Paul started to talk. Him and Paul talked hours at a day. I remember it was cold outside. He wanted to go to the park. He picked me up. He met my sister. She said he seemed like a good person and he had his life together. She said Paul told her that he had his own house and he had a good job at the family company. He promised to help me get a job car, apartment, show me around the city, introduce me to people. She was 18, almost 19. He was much older. I mean, Paul is what? He was born in 83. So 2010 was 10 years ago. So if he's, 37 now, he would have been 27 then, and she would have been 19. Just see, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Heather said Paul told her it was like a temporary thing because he was staying in an extended stay and that his home was being built by his parents. She thought nothing of it and seemed sincere, and no reason to question her. I started finding trash bags sitting around the room, hidden under the bed. Paul had an extreme case of hoarding, which, that does have a ring of truth to it because the mom said the same thing on the live, and we all saw his car on, the show with all that shit in it. Heather said he got a job but had to quit after a week because Paul accused her of cheating with coworkers in the warehouse where she worked. Things got worse. We were constantly fighting over his OCD and hoarding. I told him he needed a job. Then I saw his criminal record. It was for felony of burning down a house, fraud, and kidnapping. It kind of worried me because his behavior was a complete flip from when I first knew him. Every time we fought, he manipulated the situation. She said he would call the police on her and even get them to take me to a 24-hour psych evaluation, and says it was constant mental and emotional abuse. While there, Paul texted my number numerous times.
This is her saying this?
This is an ex-girlfriend of Paul's, allegedly. As for the woman who helped her get away, Heather says Paul put stuff in her gas tank, destroyed her car, busted her tires, called CPS to the point she had asked me to leave her house. Heather said that she had to go back to Paul because she didn't want her friends back in jeopardy. And that's the gist of that. So, I mean, she doesn't mention, though, that he laid hands on her. I mean, Paul does have prior restraining orders against him. That's all, fact. He's been in trouble with the law. We all know that. And I don't know what to make of it. I've also... I'm trying to read the comments. There's just a few things. I've talked to Paul for a long time, and I don't know. I just can't see him in danger. He cared so much about Pierre and the pregnancy when she would, when Paul was in Brazil, when Karine was still pregnant, with Pierre, he worried about her losing the baby every fucking day. He cared about her so much. And, I just can't see him doing that to, his pregnant wife or putting his baby in jeopardy, because I don't know. you know, could he be a manipulator? Yep. Has he manipulated? Has he manipulated? Has he manipulated stuff against me? Yep. I mean, like, when I tell people, like, I've been on the tail end of a lie from Paul, like, I you know, I know what it's like to be in that spot. And it's not easy for me to sit here and, like, you know, take all this shit from people, because I'm defending someone who has not always been kind to me. But, like, you know, I have to look at everything, and when I just look at everything in the whole, all of it, like, there's just too many gaps. And, you know, that's pretty much all I really have to say. You know, like, you know, I don't wish anything bad on Karine. I hope that she's okay. I hope that she's safe. I hope that Pierre is safe. I hope that her unborn child's safe. I hope, you know, like, and I'm sure Paul hopes the same, or maybe he doesn't. I don't fucking know. But, like, I've been there, you know, I've had Paul cry to me on the phone, like, because he was so worried about Karine losing the baby. And then when I see that he's forcibly putting alcohol down his wife's throat, like, and the part I have, like, the biggest problem with is her being afraid to go back to Brazil. She's saying that she never wanted to come here. And listen, we've all watched Karine on, you know, the episodes, and she never looks fucking happy. No matter what Paul can show her, whether it's the hotel or the tap water or the big grocery store with all the choices, you know, that nothing. Karine hasn't smiled once. She's just not happy. She looks like she fucking hates it here. Well, I don't know. Maybe, you know, she just wants to get away. I don't know. But, like, you know, and I've heard her in the background when they've been home, and I've FaceTimed them, and I've seen them, and I don't know. But I don't like want people thinking, oh, I'm just jumping on, I'm defending Paul, and, like, you know, I don't know. Like, listen, I know what it's like to be on the tail end of Paul's lies, you know, so, and it makes it harder for me to sit here and be like, you know, I kind of believe him. And, like, you know, I'm sure there's a whole lot of gaps in his story. And, you know, I'm sure there's exaggerations there. But my biggest problem is that she's saying that she's afraid to go back to Brazil because she's worried about her and her family. Like, that just is, like, a stretch for me. That's, like, that, like, her dad is a cop. Like, I'm sure, like, everyone in her town or her village knows each other. And if, you know, if they were worried about Paul coming, that shit would be on fucking lockdown.
Oh, they would have... Paul would be cornered in a fucking... Are you kidding?
And that, you know...
That's just a lie.
And it could be true, and that could be how she feels, and, you know...
Well, she could feel that way, but, I mean, like, if you look at it, hello, like, that country, like, isn't, like, this one. I mean, come on. Like, her dad is, like, a retired cop, and, like...
I think she wants to, like, if I'm, like, I think that she wants to stay here, but, you know, just not with Paul.
I disagree with you. I disagree because even at the grocery store, she's like, yeah, whatever. It's
but
like,
also, you can't go by what you see on TV because that was like months ago. They filmed that like a year ago. That's old.
I don't think she wants to stay here. I think she wants to go back home. She was happy when she was home. That's my feeling. But I could be wrong. Who knows? But I really think that.
I think she just probably wants, maybe, you know, she could go on. She looks miserable, but, like, again, you can't go by what you see on TV because that was filmed a long fucking time ago.
She was born miserable. Look at her.
And, you know, I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing. When she said on TV that they were moving here, now she's changing it to like she was just visiting her family.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. Oh, I was just visiting this and that, but meanwhile, like, they got an apartment, they got a car, they got this and this. They were looking at different apartments, and like, so that makes like kind of no sense to me there. There's another layer that needs to be peeled off of this. Paul's not telling the whole thing.
Cody, will you give it a fucking rest? Like, please.
I'm just talking too. Like, you know, there's more to this.
Like, it's not easy to like.
Alright, whatever.
I'm sorry.
You want me to be on your lap and shit like that, but yeah.
I'm aggravated at all of this. And now, like, people will be saying, oh, Cody's making fun of her fucking looks. And then, like, it's another fucking problem I gotta fucking deal with.
I'm not making fun of anybody.
So, whatever. You just said she was born looking miserable.
Yeah, because she's not happy with anything. She wasn't happy over there, like, in her country. She's not happy over here, so what's gonna please her? Nobody knows, except for her. And she hasn't talked to anybody, so I'm not making fun of anybody. Not one bit.
So she doesn't look happy. That's I'll just say that.
That's what I meant. Like, yes. I'm not making fun of people. Of course I'm not.
So anything else like that I need to clear up? Because it's hot as fucking here. Like, the air conditioning is on 60, and I'm sweating like fucking bullets because Cody's frying fucking food, and he's got the oven on, and
I'm frying food.
It is hot as fucking hell in here.
I'm sorry, but hey, that's what. Ouch. That's what dinner is. I'm sorry.
Like, I really didn't think that Karine was pregnant at all. I questioned this whole second pregnancy until I heard Paul's mom say it to the cops a couple days ago. That's alright, I'm gonna save it, and then you guys could hear me up in the comments on that too. At the end of the day, like, I just feel like it's a bit of a stretch of what Karine's claiming in that RO. Like, and listen, I could be 100% wrong, and Karine could be like a victim, and if that's the case, then Paul needs to like never see the light of day again. But it just, I don't know, and I don't like everyone ganging up on Paul's past, and like, you know, you gotta think about Paul too. Like, Paul knows that he can't be fucking around and getting in trouble again with all his prior arrests. And another thing I had with is, you know, Paul knowing everybody knows about his past. Like, I probably may not have posted that restraining order and what she said, because everybody would just jump on that and attack, because so like there's so many layers to this, and you know, I mean, it's not like I just, like, you know, posted this shit. I go, oh, I'm Team Paul. Like, no, I put a lot of thought into this shit. Cody's cooking hamburgers, and he goes, what is Cody starving? What is Cody cooking? I'm starving. And I've been on, you know, the tail end of getting a fucking bullshit report made about you, and I've been on the tail end of, like, being on Paul's bad side. So, you know, there's so many fucking layers to this, and it's not like, but like, at the end of the day, I hope that everyone is good. I hope that they never get back to fucking together. And that's that. I mean, and I really hope to God in 4 days you don't see Paul and Karine doing a joint cameo or some fucking ad, because then I was going to take a bullet and shoot myself in the fucking head. And that's that. Now y'all don't have to worry about my opinion ever again, because that'll be it. That'll be it for me. So is there anything else I need to clear up on where I stand or why I think a certain way, or because like I can't, these comments are killing me. So I just want to be very forthcoming and honest with y'all, and just, you know, put all my cards out there. I don't know why he hasn't posted the STD test. I told him to post the STD. I told him to post it. I also told him to post the video of him, of her assaulting him, which he said on that live. Thank you. Which he said on the live with the police that day. He said, I have a video of her assaulting me. And I said, well, now if you're going to post all this shit, you better play your whole hand and put it all out. I mean, you already put it all out there. So, you know, I'm not a journalist. Like, I'm just a stupid asshole that has an IG page. Like, you know, I try to make people fucking laugh. Like, that's what I do. And, like, you know, and, like, it's hard for me to stay neutral when you forge relationships with people. Like, you know, when you, like, I'm like, oh, you trusted Ashley. You were trusted Danielle. You were friends with Ashley. You were friends with Danielle. And I have to say this again for the umpteenth fucking time, that when you hang out with these people and you're in their home and you see them every day, it's a different relationship you have. You know, it's not like, oh, I saw them on TV and I follow them on IG. No, you know, and have I made mistakes with cast members? Oh, hell, fuck yeah, I have. You know, everybody knows that. So... You know, and you hope you don't make the fucking same mistake again. And what more can you do? That's it, you know. Have I made up with people I fought with? Yep. You know, sometimes it's just not worth fighting anymore. Like, me and Ricky are good, and as of today, me and Paul are good, you know, but... But, like, it's hard for me to be neutral when, like, you read something, like, forcibly raped, putting dicks in your mouth, making her drink while she's pregnant, afraid to go back to Brazil for her family. I mean, that's major fucking shit. That's not just something that you could be cavalier about. You know, that's hardcore fucking criminal fucking B felonies. You know, it's not... So, like, and, you know, knowing Paul on and off, and I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been in their house over here, like, you know, I don't know. But I know of the many conversations I had with Paul when she was pregnant, when he was in Brazil, and me and Paul spoke for about 3 hours on the phone every single goddamn night. Cody thought I was cheating on him with Paul. Like, he called Paul my other husband, because I felt bad because he had no one to talk to in Brazil, and, like, he was just like, you know, he needed a friend, and, you know, and he was very consistent. It wasn't like he would say one thing one night and then, like, it would be completely something else the next night.
That I can actually vouch for on that too. Yeah, no, it's the same story every single night.
You know?
Like, no, he was. He very what? Very true. Very true.
So, I just remember the conversations I had with him, and like I can't see him doing that. It doesn't mean he didn't do it. Doesn't mean Karine's not right. It's just my opinion, and that's that. And I spoke to him today, and he hadn't heard from Karine, and he doesn't know where she is. So, and that's all I got. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying what I believe and what I think. I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner here. It's fucking Instagram, people. Sorry. But I have always posted my opinion and what I think. And I'm doing the same thing here. You know? Right, Beth. Hi, Beth. Everyone talking shit. Beth just said everyone talking shit on Paul, but honestly, if everyone remembers Paul catching Karine talking to other men and taking their money is nothing new. Karine is no victim either. Thank you. Hey, Beth, do you want to hop on? Like the good old days? Because I think like somebody needs to hear it from other than me. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of being in front of the fucking goddamn firing squad for, just thinking that like maybe Karine over exaggerated. All right, well, Beth said that's a hard pass. So Beth's like, I'm not getting in front of that fucking firing squad, you fool. She goes, I'm smart. Listen, if Paul wants to go live with me, then I would do it. John only defends the white folks. That's so fucking ridiculous. I didn't defend Usman against fucking Lisa. I didn't defend Larissa against Colt. Didn't recently defend Muhammad against Danielle.